Hi everyone, this is Smriti. Welcome to QA automation classes. And today is the last class for the entire series, BDD framework development from the scratch that we have been doing, right? And today we are going to pushing our code to the remote repository to the GitHub, okay? And that is the remote repository GitHub I have, and it will be the completion of our entire series, right? So if you are following us from the beginning, you would see, so all those things we have completed, like we have completed the framework designing, architecture, log4j and everything, okay, everything is done. So you can go ahead and download it and you can start using it in your organization or for your personal use, okay? So let's start. Let's open our GitHub account, okay? So Smoothie SDET is the GitHub account, okay? So now we have three public repositories are there, okay? And there are few private repository. Let me sign in, okay? So let me sign in, okay? Click on sign in, and we have to give the passkey also, okay? So I have authenticator, two factor authenticator, so I can give my pin or I can give my fingerprint also, right? Or you can give your authenticator also. If you have authenticator configured, you can give that also, right? In your Microsoft authenticator or Google authenticator you are using, you can give that also, okay? So now I'm logged in, okay? So these are my three public repository I have, okay? So let's create a new repository, okay? So there are from private repository, if you say repository 14, if you click on, you can see on that one how many repositories are there. So let's create a new repository, okay? So click and create a new repository, and now repository name, right? So you have to give the exact name, whatever the name for the project, BDD rest assured demo 2024. So scroll up and see the artifact ID BDD rest assured demo 2024. So copy this one, okay? So let's copy this one and let's go to the in GitHub and then give that paste it, okay? So we did a registration demo 2024, and the name should be matching, okay? So now scroll down, we don't make it a public repository and we don't have to add a readme, nothing. So just go and say create repository, creating the repository, okay? So now if you see, so repository got created. It is a blank git repository, right? And there are two links, right? HTTPS and SSH. So we'll go with the HTTPS. So copy this one, okay? Copy this one, then let's go to the IntelliJ and we have to define the remote here. So go to git push, okay? So now in the push section, what we need to do, so it will say you have to define the remote, okay? So it commit contains problems, 99 errors and 213 warnings. So if you want to see, you can click on there. So we'll click on the define remote and we can copy paste that we have copied the HTTPS link, right? So that is the origin now. So now our origin is set, right? So we're pointing our local to that origin is like the remote repository, right? So if you see, these many commits are going to go as part of this push, okay? So if you want to see, you can click on review code analysis, right? So now it will show where exactly these things are there. So if you see, this is pom.xml, in these are warnings in pom.xml, transitive vulnerability dependencies are there, right? So we can look into that, okay? So these are all warnings, okay? So there are some errors, these are warnings, okay? So if you see, this is not, this is from the spark report.html, right? This is not what you are writing, it is just generated by the tool, right? So we don't have to worry about it, okay? So I just wanted to show you. So let's go back and again do the commit, okay? So let's go and say push, not commit, push, okay? So now you see all those commits will be listed out over here, right? So we can say, okay, so push anyway, okay? So if you click on drop down, you'll see force push, that will be disabled, because now go and click on push anyway, okay? So now if you see, it is pushing, okay? So you can wait for some time. So after the pushing is done, we can go and refresh the page and we can see everything should get there, okay? So let's wait for the pushing to get completed. After that, we can go and refresh the page in the GitHub, okay? So now if you see, it is still pushing, okay? So let's wait for some time, okay? So yeah, so let's wait. It's still pushing. So now it will start writing, okay? Okay, writing objects, resolving deltas. Okay, nothing is there. Pushed master to new branch origin slash master. So origin we have already said, right? So if you go to git and if you see the log, right? So now if you see remote, expand the remote, you can say origin and master is there, right? So now we can go to the GitHub, and if we try to refresh this page, right? So if you refresh this page, you click on that one, VDD rest assured demo 2024 repository. So you can see everything is here, right? So dot idea and log source test, right? So we can keep them inside the git ignore, but I just wanted to have this everything present so that you can see test output is also there, right? We can put it in the git ignore. Okay, so you can go through all of them and you can see like what exactly we have executed, right? So I don't wanted to skip it. Okay, so now we can go to the source test, right? Click on source test, and here you can see so java and resources. So if you click on the left side also, you can expand that java. So you can see API classes. So if you expand, you can see user post.java. So we have only one API class we created, right? So we can have the multiple API classes, okay, if you want to create. And cucumber runner we have, right? So if you click, you can see the actual code. Okay, so if you see, this is the cucumber runner code. Okay, so everything is intact. Okay, then pojo classes, if you see user post.pojo, earlier we were using the pojo and then we stopped executing and we moved to started using the hash map. Okay, and then there is the step definition, user post step definition. Okay, so these are the all the step definitions. Okay, then utilities. So utilities, we have the base steps. Okay, so if you see constructing, okay, so base steps constructing the base URI. If there are any other reusable components, we can use them, we can push them here also, right? So maybe let's say you there are multiple properties file you want to read. One is for the configuration, one is for database, one is for reading some particular location, right? So what you will do, so you can pass the property file name and it will just load that property file and return you that object, something like that. Like whatever is frequently gonna be reused, we can push them here. Okay, so we can push it to the here. And then if you see the resources, right? So inside the resources, we have lot of like first we have the features, right? So inside the feature, if you see, we had properly developed the user post feature. I copied it 2 times for showing the parallel execution, right? So you can see we have configured properties, and here we are configuring our base URI, right? And then like how we have application URL in our UI Selenium automation framework, here we are having the base URI in the BDD framework, BDD rest assured framework. We have our extend config.xml, and here we are saying like extend report related things, and extend properties also. Here we are the configuration like path and view order and all those things we are configuring over here, right? And log4j2.xml is only for our logging. Okay, so these are all the things. Okay, so if you open the log, click on the log, you can see app.log, you can see all those logs that have been generated, that is coming here, right? So yeah, usually in the log file we should not log usually the API response in the string format, the one I'm highlighting now, right? So basically it depends on you. If you want to log, you can log it, but it is not actually required. Okay, so maybe in real time it will have more number of response, right? More number of the object. Okay, so you guys can go ahead and start downloading this one and you can start using it. If there are any errors, you are parallelly developing and following my lessons, if you have any errors, then just go ahead and use this framework. Okay, so that's all to this class, guys. And if you guys are really enjoying, I'll request you to subscribe to my channel. And if you have any questions, just put them in the comment section. I will get back to you as soon as possible. And this is the most simplest form of the framework I have designed, right? It can be used in the any real-time framework. Okay, so if in interview anyone asks if you can explain this one, this will be more than sufficient to crack the interview. Okay, so yeah, so this is the end to this series, entire series. I hope you guys really enjoyed. Please share this with your friends and the colleagues. Okay, and if you have any doubt, any questions, put them in the comment section. I'll get back to you as soon as the possible. Okay, so yeah, so yeah, please do keep liking and subscribing and stay tuned to Q automation classes. Okay, so few people are visiting the channels, they are watching but they are not subscribing. So guys, I will request you sincerely to please subscribe to my channel. It will motivate me to come up with more number of videos like this. Okay, so that's all to this session guys, and this all to the series. Thank you everyone. We'll meet in the next series. Okay, thank you everyone. Bye bye. Yeah, bye.